If I could just get off the couch, get to the gym, I could sculpt the body I want, lose the weight I want, and start to gain some energy in my life. Stay tuned, guys, and I'm going to show you how to easily make exercise a lifelong habit. Hi guys, welcome to High Thriving Health. I'm Daniel Torres, and in this video, I'm going to give you the most effective, simple, easy to use system to creating a lifelong exercise habit. If you haven't been as successful in creating the health and vitality that you would like to experience, or if you have not been as consistent in your fitness regimen, do not worry, because that is about to change. Because I'm gonna make this so easy and simple. Even if you've never exercised, all you'll need to do is follow this step-by-step habit forming outline, and you'll be able to exercise on a daily basis, no problem whatsoever. So be sure you subscribe. That way you can get notifications on my weekly videos, which will teach you how to maximize your health, your happiness, and your success. Now, before I give you the exact step-by-step habit building process, keep in mind this process will work for establishing any, and I mean any, sort of good behavior, health practice, or habit out there. In fact, if you can master this concept in this video, you are going to lay the foundation for establishing excellence in your health. Because our health, just like anything, is largely dictated by the physical habits that govern our life. Which means if you want big results in your health, then you're going to need to establish some big habits. In order for exercise to become a habit, it needs three primary elements. First is the cue, second is a routine, and third is a pleasurable reward. I'm now going to go to the whiteboard animation setup. That way I can draw out very clearly for you each of these three steps. Let's get started. Let's first start with the cue. A cue is simply something that signals the mind to start the habit. We need things to remind us to stick to our habits. It's our activation moment. The cue can be nearly anything. It can be a time of day, a location, sight, alarm, smell, or even a sound. An effective cue needs three attributes. It should be specific, unavoidable, and obvious. For example, my cue for meditating in the morning is my feet hitting the floor after I wake up. Notice how specific that cue is. There is no mistaking when I'm supposed to meditate. The more specific your cue is, the easier it will be for your brain to link onto. I then use the event of meditation as my cue to start exercising. This is called habit stacking, a concept we will get more into later on in this channel. My cue for meditation is unavoidable because my feet hitting the floor will always show up, no matter where I go or how busy life gets. Structuring a cue this way makes it impossible to miss your prompting to start your habit. If we want to change, we need obvious reminders. Reminders help us to be consistent. The primary purpose of any cue is to trigger you to kickstart the habit, even when you're not motivated to do it. So, what will your cue be for your exercise habit? Second step is an easy routine. This is the actual behavior that you want executed. Nothing comes between the cue and the routine. It must follow immediately after the cue. If you're starting a fitness habit, then putting your workout clothes on, getting in the car, and driving to the gym, performing the entire workout, all are included in the routine. Make the routine easy. Start tiny. The most common reason people fail to build a habit is because they set their expectations way too high. Establish a minimum criteria, easy enough you could do on your worst day, the days when you're sick, work over, frustrated, sad, or tired. The initial workload must be something that you can perform no matter what kind of days you have or what you feel like, because those days are unavoidable. If you need a good place to start, use the 2-minute rule, which is only completing the first 2 minutes of any task. For example, if you're starting a fitness habit, master getting out of bed at a specific time every day and putting on your gym shoes. Because if you can't master the art of showing up, then you'll never reach the point of automaticity. Because the only thing that can turn your behavior into a habit is by being consistent. Ask yourself, could you execute this routine on your lowest level of willpower? When I started meditation, I literally started at 1 minute a day and only increased meditating 1 minute per week to make sure my habit continually showed up. So decide right now, what will be your starting point for your new exercise habit? The last component a habit needs is a pleasurable and simple reward, because if the reward is pleasurable enough, then the brain will remember it and crave to repeat the cycle, amplifying motivation and desire. Like the cue, don't put anything between the reward and the routine. When you immediately follow a habit with a reward, it conditions the brain to associate pleasure with the developing behavior. Keep the reward very simple. Make sure it doesn't require a lot of effort. My reward for exercise is a huge glass of ice water. Very simple, very easy to do, yet pleasurable enough to keep my habit present. Powerful rewards are those which are strong enough to trigger the release of dopamine. Play, relaxation, socializing, or eating have all been found very effective rewards. So what is a simple and pleasurable reward you could give yourself immediately after you exercise? If this has been helpful so far, let me know by just writing one word in the comments, yes. So the big question, how long is it going to take for your behavior to become a habit? The point where it is just second nature, nearly effortless, just something you do. The latest neuroscience has declared it takes on average 66 days for a behavior to reach the point of automaticity. However, for more difficult habits, such as maybe meditation or exercise, it may even take longer, sometimes even up to a year. Whereas more less difficult habits like brushing your teeth might take less than 66 days. Now, the good news is missing a day here and there will not undo all the work of developing this habit and reaching the point of automaticity. In fact, studies show missing a single day only drops your chances of failing to adopt that habit by about 5%. If you miss 2 days in a row, it jumps up to 55%. And if you miss 3 days in a row, you have nearly a 90% chance of failing to adopt the new behavior. So the big takeaway is don't miss more than 2 days in a row and never get discouraged. Because before you know it, your habit will allow you to pump out incredible amounts of daily work that can bring you extraordinary results and make your life and your health a masterpiece. If you can make fitness a habit, you're going to be well on your way to adopting several other life-changing behaviors, because exercise is a keystone habit, which is a single habit that detonates several other good behaviors, such as better nutrition. Nutrition and exercise tend to come in a package, because you don't want to undo all of your hard work by exercising by going and eating unhealthy. Your body is a vessel in which you get to experience all the sensations in this life. Without proper maintenance of it, your quality of life will drop significantly. However, with proper maintenance, you will be able to feel amazing most of the time. So utilize this habit building formula. That way you can start to experience the life, the health, the vitality, and energy that you would like to have. In summary, to make an exercise habit, you need number one, a cue, being very specific, unavoidable, and obvious. Number two, an easy routine, something you could do on your worst day so that you can be consistent and reach that point of automaticity. And number three, a satisfying and immediate reward. So to get more content on how to transform your health and happiness, be sure that you subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, and let me know in the comments any questions that you have. Stay tuned, guys.